one of the big things that I want to do for this year is to really grind YouTube. I don't want it to be something that's like super highly produced or edited. I want it to be something that's just a slice of life and giving you insight into what we get up to in a week. And I want it to really capture wholesome moments behind the scenes and just really lean into this YouTube thing. I just mentioned on the podcast that we just did just for the business that I'm really off short form content at the moment, and I think to rekindle my love for content, it's basically just going back to the roots. I always used to film videos as a kid. I had a few YouTube videos that I would edit with friends and put them out, and unfortunately got bullied for it, and definitely played and leaned into the fact that people were, playing the videos out loud in class and sort of just taking the piss out of me. That really dampened my confidence, and I found my voice again through podcasting because I could have collateral and have another friend join me on the podcast to chat. And obviously when you're 16 years old, what value do you have to produce to the world? Not too sure, but that was my outlet for a very long time, and then I built that up and produce over 100 episodes with different entrepreneurs and guests and people. Hello, Alicia. And I think it's crazy because I think I started posting more content on short form, and that very much took a skyrocket, and I was like, wow, I'm getting so much dopamine from this. I'm meeting really cool people are sort of discovering a lot of the content, and then it's just sort of burnt me now where we're in an agency and we're pumping out short form content, and I think it's great. It absolutely helps a business grow. I think a lot of businesses get eyes on their content and their business, but for myself, I really want to curate and document the journey and be able to look back on videos and be like, holy crap, what were we getting up to this week? So I think that's the core of why I want to do YouTube. Whereas I think a lot of the reasons why I was doing short form content was the vanity metric of getting likes, getting comments, getting views, getting followers, and those sorts of things, which the apps are very much programmed to do, and even YouTube to some extent. You have the monetization scheme and those sorts of things. But for myself, it's what can I do in my 20s to build something that I'm proud of? And hopefully when I'm 60 or 80 years old, I can look back and be like, holy crap, that's really cool. And I think if I was to look at, obviously the theme of the new year and all of that, I think with New Year's, obviously there's the New Year's resolutions, and I think it's a great reset. But one of the big questions that I've seen floating around is, if you were looking at your life as a movie character and you were the main character, what would the audience be screaming? And I think they'd all be screaming that you need to just get over yourself and pull out the camera and do YouTube. So here we are, we're doing YouTube. I just wrote down some of the things that I want to achieve throughout the year, and I think I'm in two camps when it comes to, is the new year a fad or is it something that's genuinely helpful and productive? And I think overall it is pretty productive in the sense that it gives you a chance to sit down and actually reflect on what you want to be, or who you want to be, or how you want to improve as a human being in the following year. Instead of actually doing tangible number goals, the way that I've approached it this year is still having those tangible number goals, things that you can sit down and be like, okay, I've done that, I can tick that off. But it's more just motifs and mottos for me. So be kind every single day, just be a genuinely good person as well. There's just been days last year where I was just being an absolute dickhead. People closest to me have to suffer the consequence of that, and I don't want to be remembered as someone who wasn't kind or was in a shitty mood or was in a foul mood, and that someone has had to experience that. So being kind every single day, just these constant mottos and things that I want to live by. Ask for more things, not being afraid to ask for things, ask for direction, reaching out for more help or guidance, because I'm still figuring it out and understanding my place as well as a person, and knowing that I'm not perfect and I don't have it all figured out. So being able to ask for more things. Definitely want to fight back for my health. Specifically this year, I went through and had alopecia, so I lost basically a patch of hair, and that's just really dwindled my confidence, hence the bandanas, hence the caps, hence the headbands and everything. I was even looking at videos of myself as well, like hanging up the posters, and I was just like, far out, like, should I even put this in the video? Because, you know, my hair, my bald patch is showing, and it's just been, yeah, one of those things that have just really derailed me as a person, and I think has really hit my own confidence and pride in myself. I really know that I need to regain it if I want to be the best possible version of myself as well. I also want to understand that no one is coming to save me, and no one's going to do the work for me, and I will have to do all the work. Until I can delegate and I'm in a position that I can do that, no one's going to save me. And I think YouTube video a week will be really great for me to lock in, and just, no one's going to do it. Like, if I want to do it, I do it, and I have to make time. So yeah, and those are probably the most immediate things that come to mind when it comes to goal setting. What are your goals as well? Like, let me know what you want to achieve, and I hope you can smash them out. And all in all, New Year's, new year, new me. Like, as cliche as it is, it's a good way to reflect on, are the things that I was putting in place over the last 12 months something that I can be proud of? And majority of it, yes. There's definitely some places that I definitely slipped up, and those are the things that I need to address. And it's more about how can you refine the current plate that you're eating off of, versus how can I add more things to the plate. Like, I'm not adding unrealistic things, I'm adding things that I feel like are very achievable, and things that aren't going to derail what we're building at Control, my relationship. And I think they're things that are very necessary. And I'm not like, see, I was thinking about, should I start sewing this year? I'm like, when am I going to fit time to be able to make use of a $400, $500 machine to make clothes? Like, yes, it's cool in concept and theory, but is that realistic? Is that a smart decision? So very intentional with the goals, and tapering it a little bit so that, you know, they are attainable. They're very attainable goals. Very, very attainable goals. Meat!
What?
Got some bad allegations last
Like Balkan, like Macedonia, Serbia, Croatia.
They always ask like how's everything, even though it tastes like shit. You're like, it's great. No, they always ask how's everything in your mouth.
I feel rich. I feel like a.
You feel like you're in a great strategy. It's really nice.
I'm like Western and shit. I like it.
Yeah. Thanks. No problem.
I didn't get through. I was asking what was on there.
It wasn't even like your
Yeah, but when you do that, usually you see someone